Shana Bauman here, your Usborne Books and More consultant. I just wanted to show you a handful of books that Usborne has that go along with Classical Conversations Cycle 2 Science. In this cycle, we go through astronomy and space and the planets and constellations, and it is so much fun. It's one of my favorite cycles and one of my favorite science studies. And Usborne has so many books about space, tons of them, that I cannot show you all of them in this video. You would be here for a whole long time. So I hope that you will get just a taste for what Usborne has in regards to science and will help you supplement that science portion. So I want to start with our Astronaut's Handbook. This is a fairly new book for Usborne. It is amazing. Just a few pages inside, it tells your kids, tells you what all happens to prepare to be an astronaut. What kid doesn't want to be an astronaut, or at least they're curious about it? See these pages? Real fun. So the Usborne Official Astronaut Handbook. So neat. Next we have a book called Living in Space. This is part of our Discovery series, Usborne Beginner Discovery books. These are hardback books. As you will see, it's a hardback book, and they are only $4.99 for this hardback book. There are a ton of books in this series, all different topics. This one is Living in Space. We also have a Sun, Moon, and Stars, and a solar system book that would be perfect for CC Cycle 2. I just don't have those right here in front of me. But this one is Living in Space. Similar to the Astronaut's Handbook, it's going to show them what it takes to be an astronaut. So here's the table of contents. You can see all of those there. Space School, how fun. You can see the astronauts here in this picture, what it takes to be an astronaut. So those kids that are curious about space, asking questions, even just about the planets and the moon and all that, you can talk about astronauts, and how fun to show them these kind of books. So Living in Space, once again, hardback book for just $4.99. You can't beat that. This is a favorite one of ours. It is Look Inside Space. This is a Lift the Flap book, hardback book. Great value at just $14.99 for a hardback book. And these are thick, thick pages. Lots of flaps. This one has over 70 flaps. And I've said it before, and I want to say it again, that flaps truly do help our kids to learn. They are using multiple senses at one time. So don't hesitate to get them a book with flaps. They're not going to destroy these flaps. But look at this, the moon on the moon. So much for them to explore. Can you see that there? Okay, lots of little nuggets of information, which is another trademark of Usborne. Kids digest content in a lot of different ways, and these little nuggets help them to understand a little more what they read. So flaps, nuggets of information, awesome graphics. That's what you're going to get with your Usborne books. Can't beat that. Look Inside Space. And this is a book about astronomy. This is hardback, but this is actually our library bound version of this book. We have paperback, we have flexi binding, hardback, and then library bound. So if you have some books you know your kids will go to over and over, or maybe you've got multiple kids, you're going to be using these books for a long, long time, you might want to think about the library binding. It's all in the stitching. Our hardback books, paperback books, all of them are very super sturdy, but these library bindings are meant to be opened over and over and over again. So I just want to show you a few of the pages in this book. Deeper into space. Look at that. The different stars, star clusters. This also comes in other bindings, but I just wanted to reference the library binding here, Astronomy. Now, this is a new book for us, the Shine a Light on the Space Station. If you are not familiar with this series, you have got to check these out. I'm going to do another video for you that's just about these Shine a Light books, but this one is specifically on the space station. how these books work. They're actually non-fiction. I love it. You would take a flashlight, or you could shine it up to a light, but every page asks them a question. Okay, so right here, there's a picture of this, and it says, reads a little bit, and then it says, where are the astronauts? So what you would do is you would take your flashlight right behind this page, and the image is going to show up. Can't see it very well. I'm trying to hold it up to a light for you. You can't see it very well, but when you flip the page, they're going to be able to see where the astronaut is and read a little bit more. So every page, here's another one. Can you see the space station? Well, I can't right now, but if I shine my flashlight behind that page, I can see, you can see just a little bit in my page right here. But then when they flip over, there's the space station, and they can read a little bit about it. So very unique. My kids love to go to bed with these books. We let them stay up a little bit. We tell them it's quiet reading time, and they all go and grab a flashlight to shine a light. So they have their flashlights, and they grab these books. They love it. I love that they can learn and engage in some unique and fun ways. So on the space station. And next is another Lift the Flap book, See Inside the Universe. This one is for a little bit older age than the See Inside Space, I would say. A little bit more nuggets of information, a little bit more text there, but same concept. Lifting the flaps here. You see that? Really neat. Look at that. Our place in space. So now look at how huge this is. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Look, in the beginning, let's see. Look. Now this does talk about the Big Bang, okay? Now I just like to make you aware of some of that content that's in our books. They do talk about things like that, the Big Bang, and so of course if you don't agree with that, you can choose to, maybe you kind of take this down so they don't read that, or you choose to read it with them and then talk to them about the fact that that's not what you believe, and then tell them what you do believe. That's what we do in our house, and it gives us a great opportunity just to teach our kids about our beliefs and about God and things like that. So I do want to make you aware of that, though, that book does have a page about the Big Bang. But everything else, we just love it. So we choose to read that page and discuss it with our kids, and then let them enjoy the rest of the book. So you make your own choice there, but I just want to make you aware that it does have that. So Seeing the Universe, all the different spacecraft, such a neat book. The History of Astronomy, really great. So See Inside the Universe. And then lastly, for this video, The Big Book of Rockets and Spacecraft. This series, The Big Book of, is one of our favorites. There's so many different books, and this one, Rockets and Spacecraft, is a favorite of my boys. I hope I can show you in this video a little bit on how to get kind of what these books do. You'll see some pictures here, and then the great thing about these is how the pages unfold. Look at this. I can't even get it all in this video. Look at how huge this page is. Oh, I'm holding it up. So my kids love these books, and they all get around them. And they can kind of lay the book down on the ground, open up the flaps, and then they just devour it. All three of my kids can do that. So here's another big, huge fold out. So lots of fun in this book, Big Book of Rockets and Spacecraft. Once again, there are lots of resources that Usborne carries about space, astronomy, the planets. I couldn't show them all to you, but please check out the Bauman Book Bin, www.baumanbookbin.com, to find all kinds of books. Please let me know if you are a Classical Conversations family and how I can help you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this has been helpful.